Hey guys, so I am going to be doing a deshelled boil today, and also I have a discussion about a true crime that I just recently watched. So I'm going to show you guys me putting together this deshelled boil, but it's gonna be really quick. I'm gonna speed it up. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing a deshelled boil. I have some king crabs, some snow crabs, some shrimp, some corn, some eggs, some peppers, and some oranges on the side. And it's all soaked in beloved sauce. And I also want to discuss with you guys a true crime story that I had watched yesterday. It was so deep and I wanted to share with you guys. So let's get started. So I don't know if I told you guys I have eggs in here, but I do have some eggs. I'm gonna start with one of those. That's good. And I've been doing vlogmas, y'all. So you can go over. What is going on with this? So I have been doing vlogmas on my Erika channel. If you guys want to check that out, the link will be in the description box below. That's a big piece of king crab. I don't know, but I love snow crabs better, y'all. I used to like the king crab, but I don't know what I know. That's good. It's messy too, y'all. Messy. I'm hungry, y'all. I haven't had no seafood in a couple of days. But I wanted to get into this. Let me eat a little bit first. So messy, y'all. So on my blogging channel, y'all, I'm gonna take y'all with me while I go do Christmas shopping and just get stuff for the holidays and everything. It's been really fun. I mean, a lot of people don't really care about that stuff. Some people do. You'd be surprised how many people don't really like have any time, you know, have people to share the holidays with. So it's nice to be able to take them with you to go shopping. They can have that experience. And sometimes I'm just cooking on their stuff too, or chilling. I might not go anywhere every day. Oh, there's king crab over there too. Oh, I fell. There's some king crab right here. This gotta be a snow crab. It's small. So the true crime that I'm discussing today is Anthony Saul. I think it's how you say his name. This man, y'all, some of you probably heard this story before, but he was a rapist. convicted rapist and a serial killer. He was known as the Cleveland Strangler. He was arrested in October of 2009. For killing all these women, y'all. Now, I remember hearing the story when he got caught. So, to go back, in 1989, Anthony had a woman, Malvette Sockwell, I think that was her name. She voluntarily went to the house with this man. Now, I'm just gonna let you guys know that this man was a drug addict and a drinker. And so most of the time he would attract women who were, that did the same thing, that were looking for, you know, a good time, was trying to get high or somewhere to sleep, you know. So, and he was very charming and, you know, inviting. So these women would think, like, let me go and, you know, there were some women that said they slept in abandoned homes where there was no water, there was no heat, there was no windows, there was no doors. And, you know, when they met him and he was like inviting and, you know, come chill with me, come drink with me, these women found that like they didn't have anywhere to go anyway and they were looking for a good time. You know, they were like, why not? And he was so nice and, you know, charming when these women met him. This is so good. It's a little spicy in there, y'all. The first attack was Malvette Sockwell in 1989. She voluntarily went to her home. She was pregnant. He raped, gagged, you know, wouldn't let her leave, choked her out, but she lived and managed to get out. And she fouled on him. He went to jail. He served 15 years in prison. It was released in 2005. In 2005, he moved to a house at 12205 Imperial Avenue, and you know, he went back to doing the same thing. He met women, brought them back to his house, raped and murdered them. Some he buried in his in his backyard. Some were, he was living with them. He was living amongst them. Some of them were dead in his attic. Like, he would kill them and he would just leave them in the attic. Some were, I think they said, buried in the basement and in the backyard. Altogether, they found 11 bodies, 11 women, all different ages. And then there were other women that he had actually tried to do the same thing to, or he let them go. Like, there was 2 women that he, one he raped and choked her out, and she woke up and told him that she wouldn't tell, that she was, you know, he was like, you know, I'm gonna kill you and I'm gonna kill myself, because my life is over. He thought his life was over because he thought that if she, you know, was gonna get, if she was gonna go, she was gonna tell him. And she was like, I'm not gonna tell. I'm not. It was just a little rough. Nothing happened. And he let her go, and I believe she was the one that did go and actually call the police. And a lot of times these women that got away throughout the years, they would tell the police that they were attacked by this man, and the police did not believe them. The police would just brush under the rug, or they say it wasn't enough evidence. So if they would have caught this man when the first person would have went and you know, said that he choked them out and raped them and things like that, a lot of the other women would have been alive because they would have put him away back in jail. But the police, these women were drug addicts, and the police just didn't care. So they just swept it under the rug, and this man continued to do the same thing over and over again. There was an incident where a woman was in his house that he raped. He tried to keep her hostage in his house, and she jumped out the window. Luckily, the people that were walking past seen her, and they called the police. And again, the police didn't do anything about it. She didn't press charges against him either. And there was surveillance footage of the people. There was a business next door, a sausage place next door, and they had camera. And let me eat this king crab for y'all. Let me eat this. It just breaks my heart. The story just broke my heart. That's what I'm saying, ladies. You gotta protect yourself. You gotta make sure you be aware of who you're dealing with. Do not just go with random people. I mean, I'm not saying that a lot of you would, but I'm just saying you just have to be really careful, because a lot of these people, even the store owner said he was very charming. And you go in the store and buy cigarettes, and just a nice guy. They said when he was in prison, they said he used to protect some of the guards if the guys were too, you know, rough with them. This is good. Piece of big king crab. I got some more snow crabs in here too. A lot of the women said they couldn't even believe the look in his eyes. It was like an evil they never seen before. It was like, even when I seen his eyes, it was hardly any white. It was like, it's just all black. It's just all black. Like there was just nothing but evil. You could see the evil in his face and his eyes. Terrible, y'all. So the lady that jumped out the window to get away, they were both naked on the side of this house. The camera captured them on the side of the house. A passerby calls the police, tells them that the woman just fell out the window, second story window. But she didn't press charges. She didn't press charges against them. So this just goes on and on, because there's some that escaped and didn't press charges, or they did and the police didn't believe them. So the last lady, she was there, he let her go, and she went to the police. They didn't follow up until 3 weeks later. They went to his house to arrest him. He wasn't there, but they ended up finding 11 bodies on his property. Like I said, some were buried in the basement, some were buried in the backyard, and some were just living. He was living with them in the house in his attic, or the third floor, whatever it was in his home. And he wasn't there, so they didn't find him. They end up, you know, doing a search for him, like putting a search warrant out for him, because they didn't know where he was. And he was staying in an abandoned home, and they end up, I think he voluntarily went to the police. I think he did. I'm not very certain about that. But the documentary I watched was called Unseen. I watched it on Stars. It was about 1 hour and 40 minutes long, 2 hours or something like that. It was really good. And they talked to the, gave you background on the victims, talked to their families, and, you know, showed footage of him being interviewed. And it was just sad, y'all. It's just really, really sad. But he ended up getting caught. It's September 14th of 2011. He was sentenced to death row, and I think he had like 85. He got 84 of the 85 counts. He was charged with those. I mean, it was just really, really sad, and it's like really sad for the victims. My heart goes out to the victims and her family. They just trusted this man, and they thought that this man was, you know, he was trustworthy. And there was one woman who went there multiple times, and he didn't even do anything to her. It was like maybe the third time she went there and would drink, you know, getting high with him, and he just punched her and strangled her, and he thought he killed her. But they caught him and they tore the house down. I think a lot of the properties that were there was like a pizza place, a corner store, a sausage place, and they thought the smell from his house was smelling up the neighborhood. There was even garbage. There was even like a suspicious bag in the garbage dumpster to the sausage place. And the man just put chloric bleach on it. He never investigated or called the police or nothing. It was like taped up and it smelled real bad. They kept saying how bad it smelled. No one ever investigated it. They just put bleach over it and just kept it moving. So I'm sure this man probably killed more than 11 women. It's just that they don't know where they are. But they tore the property down. I think a lot of properties around that area where his house was, I think are tore down too. It's just really sad. Really sad. So if you guys have a chance, watch it. The documentary is called Unseen. I watched it on Stars, but there is, I think, more documentaries. His name is Anthony Soul, and he's the Cleveland Strangler. I'm sure there's a lot more that I'm missing out that you guys can watch and be able to, you know, get more information about. It was just crazy. I watched it last night. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you check my vlogs out. I'm gonna try to do every day until Christmas. Yeah, and that's it. So I'm gonna vlog. I'm going to a Christmas party tomorrow. I'm gonna be vlogging that. So make sure you go over and subscribe and make sure that you check out the videos. So I will catch you guys on the next video. Until then, bye-bye. And of course, you know you can go watch my playlist and my other videos. You don't have to leave here. But I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.